Paris, São Paulo, França, Brasil. Aí, MC da UFP, Laboratório Fantasma. É nóis. Assim,
os manos no posto, trampando a contragosto, feliz ou oposto. Aposto que sei da dureza, que é a tristeza deformando o seu rosto. Se calos falassem, talvez o mundo escutasse, olhar do impasse, olhasse, limpasse, brilhavam vocês. Juro, pras minas no fronte, que dor pra comprar tem de monte. É tipo uma fonte dela, de fronte ela sonha com um novo horizonte. Trancada na cela ou numa favela. Preta é foda, João. Pobre menina, sofre de verdade por toda a cidade. Ainda mais porque a palavra liberdade é feminina.
Welcome, everyone, to Indianapolis, Indiana. It's the home of the Pacers, where we will be broadcasting today's action live.
All right,
it's the NBA, and it's live right here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. Joining me, Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony. And courtside, Doris Burke. So here's Miami's starting group. The big men are Bosch and Whiteside. Dragic is joined in the backcourt by Wade. And it's Deng in at the small forward. Well, a scary moment for Chris Bosh last year. Had to be shut down, Greg, as we all know, for the season after a blood clot was found in his lung.
You know, and Kevin, it really puts basketball in perspective. I mean, it happened right after the trade deadline, and obviously a huge blow to the Heat in terms of their push for the postseason. But fortunately, it looks like he's going to make a full recovery and have a huge impact this season.
The drive by Ellis. Feeds it to Mahinmi. George with the bucket.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Here's Dragic. It's rebounded by Indiana.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And the shot is good. Ellis has got his first points in this one.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game.
And we all know about Paul George and his injury while with Team USA. I mean, he has still said that he would consider playing international ball.
Not a fast start here for the Heat. 7-point differential. For George to be eager to go back and represent the U.S. in international play is a brave move.
Yeah, I think, Kevin, a lot of it might be that he just wants to put that in the past and move on. And sometimes you do that best by confronting things head on. The only way to have that be the past is to keep playing for his country.
Allen left side. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got 3 assists now in this one. The drive by Bosch. And he jams it with authority.
And if that doesn't get him fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
Ellis wide open. Again, Indiana.
They've worked hard and created great chances for themselves in this opening quarter.
And if they match that effort at the defensive end, watch out.
Here's Wade to the middle. And Allen with the block. Ellis dishes to Hill. Six on the shot clock. Mahinmi down low, working on Bosch. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. The Heat trail by 7. Up top, Dragic. He's guarded by Hill. Now here's Hill, the fast break opportunity. Finished off the break.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Bosch, no one around him. That's in coming off an assist from Dragic. Bosch has got his second basket of the game. They set the pick. And George, here we go. Allen against Bosch. Allen's shot is off. For Miami, they've gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
Now, here is George. 8 feet away. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off. Here's Wade. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes it.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch, and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold, the way that guy gets to the rim.
Allen's shot is off.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Don't take your eyes off of him, because he can make plays from multiple spots on the floor. Put the isolated cam on him.
The Miami Heat came up short last season in hopes of getting back to the playoffs. Clark, their road record didn't help them much.
Yeah, 17-24. I don't think you can be that far under 500 on the road and hope to play in the postseason.
And how about for the Heat having the best road record of any team that didn't make the postseason in the East? But as you said, struggling on the road will sink a team battling for a playoff spot.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
And the shot is good.
Very nice pickup of the offensive rebound. And once he gets his hands on it, you know it's going back up and back in.
It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here. It's going to be Whiteside shooting. That one on George. The Pacers making a switch here. Hill's checked in.
You know, one final note, guys, on the Heat and their road losses. They ended up going only 2-8 in their last 10 road games of the year. That was a big part of how they fell out of the 8th playoff seed.
Knocked loose. And another fast break for Miami. Miami running. There's Dragic with the 3. And it goes out of bounds. That went off Dragic. Turner's checked in for Allen. Pacers have gone 7 of 13, just over 50% from. And Mahinmi with the stop.
Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And really, he does that one as well as anyone. Kev, you're right. That's like his signature move once he goes airborne.
C.J. Miles, he's checked in for the Pacers.
All right, fans, that was your Pacers.
Miami trailing.
I don't know how great they were. Make some noise.
Up top, Dragic. He's guarded by Hill. Out of bounds, Indiana takes possession.
And really just a lack of awareness on his part. Just no idea he was right near the line.
Pacers have gone 8 of 14 from the field in the first quarter. Hill is screen on Dragic. To the inside. And the basket by Hill.
There it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great position inside.
Yeah, just getting the ball into the post has to be option number one for them right now.
Now, here's Dragic. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Bosch can't get it to go. Indiana leading by 4. Guys, they've been getting it done.
They sure have been. I mean, really looking good and sharp offensively.
They came out with a mission, and they have been tough to stop.
That was a smart pass by Wade that time.
Hill against Dragic. Hill kicks to Turner. On the wing, Hill. Just 5 on the clock. And it's Turner off the drive. Banked in off the glass. And the Pacers lead by 3.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Ellis with it. Now guarded by Dragic. On the wing, Hill. Front past the arc. And Indiana, another 3. George! All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for the Pacers.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught them off guard. Playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end. It's almost as if both teams are in a zone.
Well, offensively at least, partner. I mean, neither team's done jack diddly on D.
It's tipped. It's stolen by Dragic. And it's Whiteside. That time on the assist by Dragic. Now just a 2-point Pacer lead.
A perfect 4 for 4 for him to start this game out.
Yeah, he's looking good. He's got a nice bounce in his step to start. And it was a very public falling out between Goran Dragic and the Suns front office. That was a real tense few weeks there before ultimately he was traded.
And stolen by Whiteside. Deng passes to Bosch. And it's sent back by Hill. And it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here. Indiana making some changes. Stuckey comes in for Monte Ellis. And Ty Lawson subbed in for George Hill. And a new group in for the Heat. Amari Stoudemire is checked in for Whiteside. Johnson comes in for Chris Bosh. Winslow's checked in for Luol Deng. And it's Richardson in for Dwayne Wade. And, of course, Dragic was traded to Miami last season. Said he felt betrayed by the Suns front office, which spurred him wanting out of Phoenix into South Florida.
Yeah, you know what? We'll never know the whole truth about that situation, but Dragic said they told him one thing with personnel and did something else.
The Heat trailed by 4. And one of Goran Dragic's greatest traits, Greg, excelling in the open court. High-energy point guard, a lot like you, speed to burn, very smart guy, coveted by many.
He really is. And, Kevin, he transitions from defense to offense as quickly as anyone in the league, a la Tony Parker, except he's also equally adept at facilitating for others and spotting up for the 3, or just taking it to the rack himself.
Lawson dishes to Stuckey. Shot clock at 6. Back to Lawson. For the 3. Amari Stoudemire with the rebound.
And, you know, back to Goran Dragic, many of his transition opportunities start with his aggressive defense. Very active with his hands, has the instincts to jump passing lanes, the long arms, to pick off passes. Suddenly, when he gets a steal, he's off and running.
Now, here's Lawson. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Stoudemire grabs the board.
And what appeared to be an easy 2 points just never materialized.
Oh, and look at how well he led him in there. Really, he passed him open for that deuce. And talking about Goran Dragic, the one thing he has to be careful with is being over-aggressive on deep. Reaching for steals makes you susceptible to blow-bys and escape dribbles, and that can lead to uncontested layups and dunks for your opponent.
And taken away by Johnson. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson.
No clue, and that is a brutal turnover.
Indiana's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Lawson kicks to Stuckey. Outside Hill. Passes it to Lawson. There's the pick. Turner with a screen for Lawson. Shot clock at 5. And taken away by Johnson. 7-second difference. Shot and game clock. Here's Richardson.
Oh,
jam! I mean, just beautiful. Wow, we're going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Kevin. That was special.
My goodness, that was almost a circus-like dunk.
Pass to Hill. Here's Miles. Good. Miles has got the game tied up here for the Pacers.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
It's a tie game in Indiana. And the second quarter will be on the way. Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. Let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Pacers so far, guys.
Just almost an intimidating factor when you're able to go out and consistently come up with the block shots like they have defensively.
Well, what happens is shooters begin to start looking for the shot block, and it does intimidate them.
Stuckey and George make up the perimeter. Mahinmi is out there with Lavoy Allen. And it's Lawson in at the point guard. That's the Pacers 5. From deep, Richardson. The shot, no good. And it's the Pacers taking it the other way. Their biggest lead of the game was 9.
Well, I think it's been said about 1,000 times now how Coach Spoelstra started as a video coordinator with the Heat. But he's been with the organization for so long, they are starting to become synonymous.
Here's Wade in the hoop for his 4th field goal. 4 for 7 shooting and looking for more.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do.
Lawson kicks to Allen. Comes up empty off the pick. Heat shooting at 52% from the field. They're clicking. Here's Johnson. Great D that time from Lawson. The Pacers have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Puts it up. Lets it go from deep. And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession. And Indiana making a change here. Ellis is checked in. And then for Miami, Wash comes in for Johnson. And it's Dang in for Winslow. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Here's George. Drills the baseline jumper. George has got 7 points in the game.
Kevin, gorgeous fadeaway there. I mean, that's one way to beat some tight defense.
Nick Roberts. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
And it's Ellis penetrating to the paint. Looks for Lawson, gets it to him. And it's out of bounds. They say last touch by Dang.
Risky pass in a situation like that. Very lucky that wasn't a steal.
Fortunate to get it through. I thought he was headed the other way with that one.
George Hill's checked in for Ty Lawson. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Dang. The shot by Wade, wide open. From 13 feet, it goes down. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Heat.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
They also came out of the locker room with their running shoes on. I mean, their transition game has been full throttle. Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why, I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
And Hill has it in the corner. They double him with Dang. Allen passes to Hill. Down to 5 on the shot clock. George, that's a two-pointer. No good off the front iron. Here's Wade. Boom, he jams it straight down.
With that reverse jam, the fans got a little extra show there.
That one definitely had something, you're right, extra on it.
Man, I got to pick my jaw up off the floor after that one, guys.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Outside Dang. Wade kicks to Dang. The basket good off the assist from Wade. And now it's a 4-point Heat lead.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
They recover it. The drive by Hill. Dang gets a wide open look. They get the rebound. Here's Bosch. And the rejection by Mahinmi. Hill kicks to George. Beyond the arc. Miami grabs the miss. Bosch has got his 5th rebound in this one.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter. How about that, breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more.
Yes, indeed.
Hammers it home to polish off the break.
Whoa, quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
And a great stretch of games here for Wade at the end of a great stretch of games for Wade at the end of last season. I mean, he turned back the clock, if you will, for a while and really helped carry this Heat team.
Rebound by Mahinmi. Mahimi's got 4 rebounds now tonight. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
And George kicks to Allen. Here's Mahinmi. And that one's good.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
The Heat also changing it up. Whiteside's checked in for Josh McRoberts. And it's Dragic in for Richardson. Yeah, Greg, you know, I remember that stretch with Wade you're talking about. It seems like he finally now feels healthy, Clark, and it shows.
Wade himself said, Kevin, it was the best he felt in a couple of years. Health is such a big factor for him, given how he plays and selectively now likes to attack the rim.
George with no one around. And once again off the mark by Indiana.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Dragic kicks to Whiteside. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
So the Pacers call timeout, their first of the game. Well, the Pacers, despite all their injuries from last season, were right in the playoff hunt until the very end. Had a chance, in fact, GA, on the last day to sneak in, but it didn't happen.
Yeah, they needed a Brooklyn loss to go along with them winning that last game. Ultimately, though, it wasn't in the cards for them, and they ended a game out of the postseason.
Solomon Hill, he's checked in for Indiana. C.J. Miles comes in for George. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, and usually when a team goes on a run like this, it's because they are getting too many opportunities on the inside.
And Turner kicks to Miles. And Whiteside sends it back. Good ball movement here by Miami. And it's Stoudemire with the jam.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is. And, you know, the Pacers had made the playoffs in each of the last 4 seasons prior to last year's miss. Hard for a team that was coming off of back-to-back conference finals appearances to stomach that. But with the injuries, they'll be better and back in the playoffs next year, I'm sure.
Pacers trail by 9. Hill with it. He's picked up by Dang. Out left to the wing. Hill is green on Whiteside. It's stolen by Dang. It's tipped. It's stolen by Hill. Ellis kicks to Hill. Pass to Hill. Turner with the screen for Hill. The feed to Turner. Good. The assist goes to Hill. 6 points for Miles Turner.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
It's becoming a theme in this game, Clark. They are piling up the points in the paint.
Indiana's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Hill. And it's Miami with the rebound. They've led by as many as 11 points. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. Rodney Stuckey's checked in for Indiana. Joe Johnson, he's checked in for Miami. Winslow comes in for Luol Deng. On defense, Indiana. They trail by 7. Stoudemire dishes to Winslow. 6 on the shot clock. Johnson can't hit. Pacers shooting at 48% from the floor. Looking good. Stuckey with it. Wade picks him up. Ellis outside. Misses the 3. The Heat leading by 7. The drive by Wade. They get it back. Johnson gets the bucket. Johnson's got his first bucket in this one. And Indiana shooting 35% so far in the second. They need to move the ball around more and find better looks.
2 minutes.
Outside Hill. Stoudemire with the double team. And the wide open shot from Stuckey. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist.
Not too much respect shown to him by the defenders.
Now here's Johnson. Not a lot of room. Counted. His second make in 4 attempts.
And he found the soft spot in the D on that possession.
Ellis goes in. It's stolen by Stoudemire. Here's Wade. Looks good, is good. That's his 7th basket in 12 tries.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
Ellis outside. Stuckey outside. It's Hill on the wing. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And that's not the best of shot selection there. The defense definitely won that possession.
Yeah, I think in that case, you've got to go elsewhere with the ball. You just can't rise up over the top of him when he's on it.
Dragic gets the bucket.
Man, that is not an easy shot right there. I mean, he had to get it off over a much taller defender.
Yeah, he needed to add just a little more loft on that one because of the size mismatch, and he did it perfectly.
Miles. And the rejection by Stoudemire. Here's Stuckey. It's stolen by Stoudemire. Johnson left side. It's stolen by Hill. There's Ellis with the 3-ball. That'll do it for the first half. It's the Heat. They finish off the second quarter with a massive 16-7 run. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway. Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. Dwayne Wade really has his fingerprints all over this one.
And really, all of a sudden, he's becoming their best distributor, doing a great job of orchestrating their offense.
Greg, typically that's not the role he usually plays, and I'm not sure how comfortable he is in it, but they've needed him to make some plays today, and he's been able to do it to his credit.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first two quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback.
We've seen D-Wade getting it done. 15 points, and he's been a good on-the-ball defender, too. He's got a pair of steals.
Yeah, he's just made a lot of very heads-up plays, and his defense really has been a difference maker.
Here's who Eric Spoelstra is starting the second half with. Dragic is joined in the backcourt by Wade. The big men are Bosch and Whiteside. And it's Dang in at the 3 spot. Whiteside a screen. And it's Dragic off the drive. Whiteside the pass to Bosch. Dang for 3. Hill pulls it in. Pacers trailed by 11. Here's George. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. That's on Dwayne Wade. Everyone understands the importance of Paul George to the ball club. That's why taking his offensive game to the next level would be so beneficial.
Yeah, he has all the physical tools, the instincts, and obviously he has made those strides. But if he wants to become a top 5 guy, he's still got a little bit of work to do in terms of his game.
To the wing on the left. Here's Bosch. And that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. Dragic has got 6 assists in the game. Inside. Dragic against Hill. They grab their own miss. Allen, that's good.
Great way to start the half. Easy layup against some soft D.
And it's Dang in the corner. Tries from the block. Again, the miss by Dang.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Ellis in the post. He's guarded by Dragic. The Heat leading by 9. Wade drives in. Right through the D for the layup. Wade's got 17.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
Hill kicks to George. Just 4 to shoot. Allen dishes to George. Hill has the open look. Again, missing Hill.
Well, he's building a house with those bricks. I mean, one reason is he keeps trying to force it up when he's defended well. Move the ball, share the sugar.
And Allen with the block. On the wing, Hill. Wade is covering. And it's Dragic with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. The Pacers making a switch here. Lawson's checked in. And Miami also making a switch. Richardson, he's checked in for Dwayne Wade. And the Pacers call time here. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Lawson the pass to George. And he gets it to go. George has got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Pacers.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
Dragic kicks to Whiteside. Rebound by Mahinmi. Mahinmi's got 6 rebounds in the game. George with the ball. He's picked up by Dang. And stolen by Whiteside. Now the dish to Dang. It's rebounded by Indiana. Allen's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And George, here we go. The shot by Hill. Nice jump shot from the top of the key. Hill's got 9. The Heat leading by 7. And the jam by Whiteside.
Boy, I really love the way Dragic spreads that ball around.
The Pacers have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. Well, you look back at the 2015 Heat, and the injuries are what probably brought that team down. We can go from Chris Bosh with the debilitating blood clot on his lung and on and on and on. The loss, of course, which was not an injury, of LeBron James. There are a lot of moving parts with that team.
And that's a great point, Kevin. If you take any star off a team, things are going to get difficult. It was impressive that the Heat still managed to stay competitive once Bosh went out.
Outside Hill. Here's Lawson. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
You know, Bosh was the big injury hit for the Heat, but they had a lot of other injuries as well. I mean, had to use 31 different starting lineups last season, and 20 different players started at least one game.
Josh McRoberts has checked in for Whiteside.
And injuries are something that you can't plan for, but you can prepare for them. And hopefully the Heat can avoid injury woes this season. If they can, they at least have players who have been through that struggle last year.
Down low. Here's Mahinmi. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush.
Here's Dang. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Punches it down with pop.
Rubs it in. It looks like a little deeper with the hanging finish.
I tell you what, they're not backing off at all, are they?
That's it, and the Miami lead is cut down to just 10 points on the bucket from George. Dragic against Lawson. And it's Dragic off the drive. There's the screen. Shot clock at 5. McRoberts. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. And the Heat lead.
Clearly, he's not pleased with all the looks they've given up on the inside.
He's going to let them know about it. I mean, defense, and you can't win that way. That's a recipe for disaster if you're not going to play with some physicality inside.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Turner's checked in for Mahinmi. C.J. Miles comes in for Allen. Rodney Stuckey subbed in for George Hill. It's deflected. Richardson with it. Picked up by Stuckey. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Stuckey. Indiana on D. Here's Lawson. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. Lawson's got his first bucket in this one.
Great hustle to turn the block shot into a fast break hoop. That's a big-time play.
And it turns out it's going to be a foul. He was hoping for a clean block, but the officials felt otherwise, so we'll see some free throws here. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Miami.
Anytime you get as many points in the paint as they have, you know you've got a good thing going, and you just want to keep it going.
Yeah, but they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity.
Solomon Hill, he's checked in for the Pacers. Richardson again. Stuckey for three. Hill. The Heat leading by 11. Here's Richardson. Can't hit. Lawson with the defensive effort there. And Winslow comes to help. Hill kicks to Stuckey. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits.
And Rodney Stuckey, a combo guard out of Eastern Washington, played a big role for the Pacers a season ago.
To the inside. Wants to get it to Hill, and does. Banked in off the glass. Hill's got 6.
No issues on that one. Good work all around.
But they get it back. Kicks to McRoberts. There's the killer two-handed slam.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Turner dishes to Stuckey. They set the pick. Plenty of space. Can't get it to go. And Miami the other way now.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down. Almost uncontested. I mean, it's nice to be able to add to the lead without having to really work for it.
Dragic against Lawson. He dishes it to Stuckey. 6 on the shot clock. High post shot. Will not go. This is off the front iron. The Heat leading by 13. Richardson kicks to McRoberts. Stolen by Miles. It's deflected. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist.
You know, that's a case there, Kevin, of him making a pass to a spot, and then he let his teammate run right into it. Well executed. You know, for the Pacers last season, with Paul George being out for most of the season, they knew it would be a struggle. They would go into lengthy dry spells that made it hard for them to keep pace in the East, in part because they missed Paul George's all-around brilliance and his offense.
The Pacers making a switch here. Ellis is checked in. And then for Miami, Stoudemire's checked in for Bosch. Johnson comes in for Josh McRoberts. And Dwayne Wade subbed in for Richardson. As for those dry spells you mentioned about the Pacers, GA, they had a number of long losing streaks last season.
Yeah, as a team, they had 4 different losing streaks of 6 or more games, and they got hot at the end. Season-high win streak of 6 to stay playoff relevant. It was just too little, too late compared to their losing streaks earlier in the year.
Out of bounds, Miami takes possession.
And this is like another case of Murphy's Law right now, and it's been their own doing, really, just like we saw there.
1:58 left in the third quarter of the game. To the middle. It's tipped.
Out of bounds.
And it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here. Here's Stoudemire. Down low. Trying to find Johnson. He's got it now. Shot's good. Johnson's got 6. Pacers trail by 14. Here's Miles.
CJ Miles, 2.
Yes, and it's Ellis picking up the assist. Ellis has got 3 assists now in this one. Miami's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Ball's knocked loose. Indiana's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. And 1:01 left to play here in the third. Stuckey for 3. The shot no good.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
And the foul on Amari Stoudemire. That's his first foul. Whiteside's checked in for the Heat. There's 45 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Ellis goes in and taken away by Johnson. Winslow, the pass away. Great defense that time from Ellis.
Miami ball.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Ellis.
Making a long pass like that is always a risky proposition. He is yet to get into the flow of this game. His teammates have done their part, but they need him to pick his game up.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
And taken away by Ellis. Here's Stuckey.
Rodney Stuckey.
Flushes it down to finish the break.
Superb playmaking from Monte Ellis. That dish was right on time.
And released it in time, but it's off the mark. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Heat out front, up by 10. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. Folks, the fourth quarter of play should begin momentarily. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. On the court for Indiana, they've got Paul George. Turner is up there with Mahinmi. Then there's Hill. And it's Ellis and the shooting guard. The kick out to Hill. Just 5 to shoot. The Heat leading by 10. Here's Wade.
Pacers foul call.